Everyone talks about passive income, but few actually show you how it's done in real life. When I first stepped into real estate, I was skeptical. Could one property really generate thousands in monthly profit? The short answer is yes, and today I'm going to show you exactly how I make $3,000 a month from a single property. This isn't about overnight success or viral hype. It's about using smart strategies, understanding your market, and making the right moves at the right time. Whether you're just getting started or already own a few properties, what you're about to hear could change the way you approach investing. I'll break down the exact steps I took, the numbers involved, and the key decisions that led to consistent monthly cash flow. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a replicable business model you can apply yourself. So if you're curious about how one deal can deliver real income every month, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. 1. Finding the right market. Before I bought anything, I spent weeks researching the right market. I didn't look for flashy cities or trendy neighborhoods. I focused on areas with stable job growth, rising population, and strong rental demand. The property I ended up buying is in a mid-sized city with a large hospital network and 2 universities, meaning consistent tenant demand. I studied rental rates, vacancy trends, and neighborhood ratings. I even spoke with local property managers and realtors to verify my findings. Understanding your market reduces risk and improves cash flow potential. Many investors skip this step and overpay in weak locations. The lesson? Don't chase the hottest market. Find the one that's stable and undervalued. That's where the real money is made. 2. Choosing the right property type. 1. Didn't buy a luxury condo or a flashy high-rise. I went for a multifamily duplex in a working-class neighborhood. 2 units meant 2 income streams, and the area had low turnover with consistent rental interest. The property was undervalued due to cosmetic issues, which scared off other buyers. But that was my opportunity. I ran the numbers and saw the potential. The total cost was $260,000, and I knew I could rent each unit for $2,000 after renovations. The property type matters just as much as the location. Duplexes and triplexes often offer better cash flow than single-family homes. Think in terms of income per square foot, not just curb appeal. This type of asset is built for cash flow, not glamour. 3. Creative financing to secure the deal. I didn't have $260,000 lying around. Instead, I used a combination of seller financing and a private lender to close the deal. The seller agreed to carry 10% of the purchase price, and I brought in a private investor who fronted the down payment in exchange for 20% of the monthly cash flow for 2 years. My credit wasn't perfect, but the deal was solid, and the numbers made sense. I structured it so I didn't have to use a single dollar of my own money. The key here is presenting a deal that's attractive to everyone involved. If the cash flow supports the financing terms, lenders will listen. Don't let the lack of cash stop you. Structure beats savings in creative real estate. 4. Renovating with ROI in mind. The property wasn't in terrible shape, but it needed updates. I focused on improvements that would directly boost rental income, new appliances, fresh paint, flooring, and minor kitchen upgrades. I spent around $25,000 total on renovations, funded by my investor. I avoided over-improving. No granite counters or high-end lighting. Just durable, attractive finishes renters would appreciate. Within a month, both units were leased at $2,000 each. The updates not only increased rental value but also improved tenant retention. ROI-focused renovation is key. Flashy upgrades rarely pay off unless you're in a luxury market. Keep it simple, smart, and targeted at what adds real value. 5. Setting up short-term rental. Here's where the real boost came in. I turned one of the units into a short-term rental. The area allowed it legally, and I knew from research that nearby properties on Airbnb were doing well. I furnished it with modern, budget-friendly pieces and hired a cleaner to manage turnovers. That unit alone brings in $3,500 to $4,000 monthly, compared to the $2,000 it would have earned as a long-term rental. After platform fees and cleaning costs, I still cleared $2,000 plus just from that one unit. Short-term rentals require more work, but they can double or triple your returns if done right. I treated it like a business, not a side hustle. That's the mindset shift that matters. 6. Tenant screening and property management. For the long-term tenant, I used a strict screening process, credit checks, references, income verification, and an interview. A good tenant can make or break your investment. I've had 0 missed payments and no damage issues. For property management, I chose a hybrid approach. I manage the short-term unit myself but use a local manager for the long-term one. This setup keeps things efficient and profitable. Many investors lose money by neglecting tenant screening or trying to do everything themselves. Know where your time is best spent. Sometimes outsourcing is worth it if it maintains performance and peace of mind. 7. Tax strategy and depreciation. Here's a powerful piece most new investors overlook: tax benefits. Because I own the property through an LLC and track all expenses, I'm able to deduct interest, repairs, depreciation, and more. The depreciation alone offsets thousands in taxable income annually. I also worked with a CPA to ensure I was maximizing deductions and staying compliant. This strategy increased my net income significantly, allowing me to reinvest more into future deals. Real estate isn't just about what you earn, it's what you keep after taxes that matters. Leverage tax laws the same way big investors do. It's legal, smart, and necessary for long-term growth. 8. Monthly breakdown. Where the $3,000 comes from. Let's break it down. The short-term rental brings in around $3,500 monthly. After platform fees, cleaning, and utilities, I net about $2,100. The long-term rental brings in $2,000, and after management fees, I net about $1,600. Combined, that's $3,700. After paying my private investor his $700 share, I walk away with roughly $3,000 per month. And remember, I didn't use any of my own money to buy this property. The systems are now in place, and the income is consistent. This isn't a fluke, it's a blueprint that can be repeated. The right deal, the right structure, and the right strategy made this possible. 9. Building a strong support team. Behind every successful rental property is a solid team. I didn't try to do everything myself. I built relationships with people who could help me scale. This included a reliable handyman for quick fixes, a cleaning service for the short-term rental, a local property manager, and a real estate CPA. Having these people in place allowed me to focus on strategy and growth rather than being buried in daily tasks. I also consulted with a local attorney to ensure my lease agreements and business setup were sound. When problems come up, and they will, it's much easier to solve them when you've got the right professionals in your corner. A strong team doesn't just save you time, it also protects your investment and increases your efficiency. You don't need to hire a huge staff, just the right people who are dependable and good at what they do. 10. Scaling the strategy for more properties. After proving this model with one property, I knew it could be repeated. The process was faster the second time because I already had my team and financing structure in place. I stuck to the same formula: strong markets and undervalued multifamily units. With each new property, my monthly income grew. Real estate wealth is built one well-executed deal at a time. What I've shared today is exactly how I built a stream of $3,000 per month from one property. It took strategy, effort, and a willingness to think creatively. Don't wait for the perfect time, or assume you need thousands saved up. If you found this valuable, like the video and subscribe for more real-world strategies. This is just the beginning of what's possible.